Now is all you got. Now is forever. The only thing that divides now up is the moment. Each moment to moment is a moment. It's language for something you call, quote unquote, time. To incrementalize time, all you did was took a known oscillation, cesium, the element, calculated its oscillation relative to oscillations everywhere, chose it for a specific reason, and created what we call time. So, that moment was the moment you created something that divides up what is now. Now is forever. Always. Now. Now then is the same as now there. Now there is the same as now then. Now, that is. Now is always. Whatever we want. Now, that's what we want. So now is way bigger than the moment. Now is timeless. Because now goes beyond your idea of where it begins. Now would have been there before it began, if it is indeed eternal. If there was no beginning, then there certainly isn't an end. You can't call something eternal and have one or the other. If it always has been, and always will be, then it certainly doesn't have a beginning or an end. It could be the beginning and the end, only because it creates these things for you in your moments, but now remains forever to be always what it is. Free from any of those ideas. Just now. That's all you got. So, the rest of this is for my kids. Kiddos, Dad goes through a lot. I'm a bit of a space cadet. My rocket ship is free, though I did earn it. I built it myself. That was given to me. You have one as well, we all do. I encourage you to look into the body, how it works, and what that means. Connect all the dots, every area of expertise, every area of wisdom, to give you knowledge about what you are capable of doing. But before you do anything, remember why you're doing it. The reason you're doing it is for yourself. If you do this for yourself in a way that hurts others, be sure that's what you really want before you do. Sometimes hurting others is necessary, if you do that the right way. I might agree that's okay. I don't believe it's okay at all, but since it's happening, I'll make exceptions where there were none. So I love you and forgive yourselves. Forgive me if I need it for any of my trespasses against you, kids, you alone. Everyone else knows where theirs is. And I'll forgive myself for having trespassed if they thought that I did. But I need them to forgive themselves also. And that's for them to decide when and where that happens. They need me for that. You, children, do not. You do not need me for that. No matter what happens, you are a success to me. You will always have that with me. I will never take that from you or compare you to me because I'm older or I did something. I did nothing if I'm comparing my progress to yours. We'll fight over it later. You will win because you're my children. You're supposed to be better. And I didn't listen to myself, the love that I gave you. I'm not going to fight you for it. So you don't have to feel sorry or ashamed of anything. Except for shame. And if you know what that is, great. Leave it alone. You're learning. Everyone knows what it is. So get away from it. Entirely. That's the part of you you're going to be hurting. And all you gotta do is leave. Because their validation system says as long as you don't validate them, they're in pain. And they want to start wars for that. For whatever reason they could find. And there's lots of them. When you take the innocence of our youth that naturally loves to play together, raise it in houses that don't naturally play together because that's how they were conditioned for whatever reason. When they grow up, they quickly learn that's not what they're going to do when they get older, even though naturally to us, that's what we want, is that connection. So now is all you got. In this moment, it's temporary. Like I said, if anything was forever, there certainly isn't a beginning or an end. That is the one, and that is the idea that you should consider More than anything, don't let it break your brain. If you find yourself broken, sit down with it till it makes sense. You need more information. What is it? The world. What is that? Love. How do I know that? I just do. It's a feeling. I don't need words to say that it loves me as much as I love you. That's where I got it from. So when we're growing up around the rest of the world because they're suffering, we're not going to take pity on them or empathize to a situation. That should be cleaning up its own work. We're not going to let everybody feel like they're just going to wait for something to come and fix all of their problems. That's not how it works. God didn't create these beautiful, remarkable machines, these bodies, and this soul to express itself, just to sit around and not express itself waiting for something that gave you this gift to come back and give you another gift. Yeah, it's going to come back and give you a swift kick in the ass. And that's what I mean. I'm not an asshole just to be an asshole. I get angry, and that's why I appear to be an asshole. I'm certainly not. I love life. I love that we're cleaning it up now. If we're not, we should be. No one should take pleasure in destroying what we love. If you do, shame on you. You're the ones getting your ass kicked when I'm done. So, that's for my kids. And that's why I'm doing that for everyone. Thanks. Kids, no shame. Don't let the world bring you pain if they do. You'll be guided through it, the same way we're all guided through that pain. You learn to deal with it more effectively as we go. The efficiency gets better. It doesn't hurt as much. Also, remember your innocence. Remember that love that wants to get out when it's born and experience the world in a brand new way because it's all new. And you don't know pain yet. You don't know anything about war. You don't know any of that. That is what we want. That world is mixing with the other world. There's a lot less of the beginning than there is that at the end. Although you could say it's still balanced. Innocence will definitely outshine the darkness any day. So, it doesn't matter what part of the spectrum you're on. You're part of all of that because that's where you begin and that's where you end. Same for them. So if we come together collectively to help them understand what we understand, then we probably shouldn't share it with them like we do our trophies after a game because we won something if indeed all we won was a great deal of destruction. That's not helping them, certainly not helping you. It isn't the wisdom I gave you to heal this life. We know that. So that's for my kids. Before anyone else. You're beautiful, your dad's beautiful, and he's not worried about anyone else's opinion. I've got my own. No one's gonna take that from me. That's why it's mine. You have one just the same, and I love you. Have a good day. Thanks.